Well, here we are once again. We really are recording. And this is May the 24th, the third class of the month of the Alchemical Rede, and I'm Robert.
And I'm Suzanne. We're Clarity.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I guess there's somebody else here.
No one else here.
Oh, I didn't hear.
We're doing the Mickey Mouse roll call.
Well, there I had a big piece of meat in my mouth. This is Sandra.
I'm Suzanne. And I'm Christina.
And there you have it. So this...
Now we know Sandra is not a vegetarian.
Truly.
No, I'll go up.
And we're going to jump
Corned
straight
beef.
into class because we're starting a little bit late, but we want to go ahead.
But it is a beautiful day. We're
It's
grateful.
gorgeous. We love the day. Okay, so jumping right over to Alchemical Mind for today, it was Fire, Seed of Air, Perseverance. Quote, fire and air are natural friends and mutually interdependent. Air vitalizes and vivifies fire, encouraging fire to burn ever brighter and the children, flames, to leap higher. Stickability can be more important than ability. And that was a quote from Dr. John Mumford of his Magical Catalyst book. And now I've made the screen print large enough for it to be easy for you to read, sweetie.
Maybe a tiny bit bigger.
Really? Hold
But
on.
I
There
don't
you
have
go,
glasses
bigger.
on.
Oh,
I can
okay.
put them on, but it's kind of
There
an
you go.
in-between land.
That ought to do it.
My physical activity has much increased with sprint.
Yeah, I can change it. I can correct it in
God,
with spirit. With sprint. You're sprinting.
Well,
That really makes a
Well,
big difference.
Actually, it kind of goes
I
with
thought it was spring, and then I was like,
Oh, it's supposed to be spring.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Okay.
plays. You mean that's wrong everywhere you put it today?
I'll change it. I can edit it out. Super simple.
Oh, I don't know. You're kind of getting a reputation.
Well, that's okay.
Some of the
Let it
letters
be
that
what
Benji
it
sent,
is.
they went out with all those typos.
Continue on.
Oh, it has been a sprint.
yes,
I
that's
mean, it's
true.
actually right.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
okay.
My physical activity has much increased with spring, and the ability to climb over, bend down, squat, lift are all a bit rusty. So as I breathe in with the fire of my nature, I remember this stickability is more important than ability, and I give myself a rest from time to time and allow my sacred self to guide me more through than my physical animation.
Mm-hmm.
More through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the garden is getting done beautifully. We both sit in our swing and look at the amazing May apples. Fire, seed of air, perseverance. Raven Suzanne.
Very good.
I think in the future,
I'll
though, I
correct
think
it a
you
little
need
bit.
me to read.
That would be good. I could
Those.
use the help, obviously.
You know, with my.
Okay, and now the imprint for today was with the flower imprint number 20, which is lemon balm, lilac, and peony. Lemon balm, lilac, and peony come together in this Trinity vibrational essence combination to bring about a profound transformation. Their energy moves through the body zero formulazational recorder, facilitating a shift in our perception and understanding of the world. This combination helps us identify and deactivate conceptualizations that are not aligned with the body zero perceptual process, which is in harmony with our unique dreams, aspirations, and purpose. As the vibrations of lemon balm, lilac, and peony work together, they encourage the cohesiveness of energy form molecules, promoting a state of found time in body zero with their combined power. This Trinity essence supports us in manifesting our true creative potential and finding balance and alignment within ourselves and the world around us. And that's really good. So it goes through the formulazational recorder of the body zero. That's important.
And the bee balm, we read all about the other day, and how good it is for the system, like bee balm tea. And we were reflecting on that we do have bee balm, so we should make some bee balm into tea. Because it helps the nervous system.
Consider it corrected. There. Okay. Now, oops. Now we'll go over to Alchemical Rede magazine for class today. Make this bigger, more bigly.
I think all of us have noticed things have kind of accelerated
Uh-huh.
and sped up. And I've noticed it, but I never thought about it when we started writing the class. But it is about that.
Oh, wow.
So today's class, I love the collage on here
Oh, it's beautiful.
for the cover. And the conversation of the collage says, what is held now is pure potential, put forth in word, line, pattern, and color. So
And we have begun painting again, and we're so grateful.
That's very
and
timely.
and that's been only the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's
We've been preparing to do it by moving studio things into the Rose Cottage and getting ready.
There's our copyright page, and now here we go. May 24th issue. Title, what is held now is pure potential, put forth in word, line, pattern, and color. Introduction. When the beginning begins to speak to the end, you know that all is more aware than you realize.
So that might be part of the speed up.
You must find a voice to attend the meeting. I love that. And then I
You must
love
find
this
a voice to
collage.
attend the meeting. I
Uh-huh.
love that too.
And the collage, can you read that? I need to make it bigger. There. Oops.
Always making a specific yield to its details of wonder. Taking everything. Oh, I got that spelled wrong. Into a more detailed timing for all.
For all. Okay.
Everything. Gosh. I went back through that several times.
I know. It's just, it happens.
Oh,
We'll
I'm sorry.
get it. Not to worry. Not to worry. Moving along here. Okay. Oops. Make that a little bit smaller.
I might have two of those. One where it's spelled wrong and one where it's spelled right.
Okay. I'll check it.
Okay.
Okay, again, the title. What is held now is pure potential, put forth in word, line, pattern, and color. You want to start reading?
Breaking free from the restraints of limitation, we are forever moving in the direction of our highest potential. That being the greatest story of ourselves, told from the perspective of square.
We are always at the corner of ourselves, and we begin each day rising up to connect ourselves with all that has meaning, meaning that matters most, well-being, love, and compassion. And I love these guys on this collage. Oops, there we go.
Riding, as the body awakens and sleeps in the garden, brings a new dreamer that now dreams on both worlds and many, in both worlds and many dimensions. Can you read that again for me?
Riding as the body awakens and sleeps in the garden brings a new dreamer that now dreams in both worlds and many dimensions. I love this collage here. I love the writing from the body.
Yes,
there. It's
that's
all
a great book.
inclusive in there
Mm-hmm.
with very important characters.
Yes, they all came.
Mhm.
They all
Came
came out to
today.
the garden with Robert and I, and were helping us write this class.
I know. Because as I was bringing everything in, which was a lot of everything, I went, well, no wonder it felt good out here today. It's because of all those guys. Okay.
What colors our day is what opens the heart widest and brings joy and sustenance to the body, mind, spirit, and soul. We are extremely grateful for the acceptance of our existence. The threads that weave us into the greater fabric are the signal, signs, notes, and words, line, pattern, and color that we live by. The bow to ourselves reaches back beyond time itself and allows us the perspective of consciousness. I love that, to even have the perspective of
Yeah.
consciousness.
And this collage that goes with this page.
This was in the garden this week.
Oh, isn't that sweet? The garden plan for 2024 is now moving into place. The making of awareness is assured with the intention of need.
And this shows all the new plants that are being put in the garden. It's in this week, and it's really specific that this garden plan is now moving into place in this last week.
I love it. And I love the collage.
That's part of the acceleration that you're feeling.
Yeah. And that we're talking about page 5 of the flip book here. When we write and weave, no.
Sorry.
When we write and weave ourselves in, we feel the threads stretch, pull, and reach because we too are stretching, pulling, and reaching our way forward. The uphill climb is not without effort. I'll leave another comma there.
I should have darkened him.
Well, he's darker over here. Remember?
Oh,
that's
okay, that's what I
that's
forgot. Okay.
the TV.
We are
monitor.
always in our story, as are you. And the biggest benefit is that of knowing there exists a framework for all of this to land upon. The papered awareness gains momentum when you fold, bend, crease, and corrugate all your known and unknown positions. It's really funny to me. It's made me think immediately of the garden. And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the way we are working with Gaia is we have this place where we have to bend and fold and crease in the garden. Not all the places where things grow do we have to do that, but in these side gardens we do. And we're folding into Gaia to actually take in our content, and that's part of the garden plan. And it's so that we can understand more of what the acceleration is about.
Yeah. When you feel yourself coming and going between their known and unknown, you know you are breathing. And the air you take in is the fire you need to have the ability to reach.
Now, did you want to change that there and known? That was kind of
Let's see. When you feel yourself coming and going between
there known. Is it THEIR or
between their known.
or?
Oh, they're known. Yeah, they're known is a thing. Okay, and a comma here. Between their known and unknown.
Do you want the there to be personal or just the? Do you want it to be a THEIR or
The
T?
place, like there, over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
You want to read it again?
Okay, when you feel yourself coming and going between their known and unknown, you know you are breathing, and the air you take in is the fire you need to have the ability to reach. I need a comma right there for a breath. There you go. And then here's this one.
We have reached a place in the story where we all know we are in it, but where are we in it? What part are we in? How did being in a story assist us and you to this place? What is this place? The one we are standing in presently.
A lot of questions here.
And these are the new pieces.
There we
They
go.
are the dream. Let's see. Can you say? Let's see.
Oh, they are the
Dreamscape. Avatars.
Dreamscape avatars. That's right.
Of
Realm with.
realm awareness. Thanks, Sandra.
Yeah.
Learning.
Dreams.
Oh, you're gonna read that. Okay.
No, I was gonna just repeat Dreamscape avatars of realm awareness.
Okay. Learning the curve of expansion at this time, fully aware, making the original appear as it needs to be for ease.
I love the curve, and his arms are the curve of expansion. Wow, that's neat.
And that's the whole beautiful thing. A close-up of this avatar, and then you have side pieces of the making of him, and that's really exciting. Yeah.
It is.
So he is working with the curve
Mm-hmm.
of expansion at this time, of being then the full awareness of making the original appear as it needs to be for ease.
Wow. So the ease is coming in through that curved awareness.
Yeah, it's curved.
Nice.
Okay, all those questions about where are we, what are we presently standing in. Good questions all, and ones that are provided freely by the framework universe that manages movement celestially and therefore with grace and ease. Follow the pattern and your days become graceful and easy.
And I love that we have the Dreamtime avatar, or the Dreamscape avatar, because the patterns that are there in the maps, the mapping is about this time in this curve. So,
yeah. And this acceleration.
This acceleration.
Yeah.
To duplicate a pattern of ease is to become brilliant with the rising sun and the flower moon of this night. The garden plan reaches the springtime birthing, and the plants show themselves ready to climb up from the beds. Isn't that?
And this is the flower moon tonight. It's a full moon. It's called the flower moon.
It's not. And so there was a lot of flowers that we had to get into their beds to be ready for this flower moon.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
something?
And
Boy.
that was the press for the acceleration, but we didn't quite
We didn't
know. There was
know
like,
that.
you know,
That was gonna
so
be a
much
flower
had to be
moon.
done, and then we could fall over. And
And we have.
it did happen.
That's page 8 of the flip book, by the way.
Yeah.
What sleeps awakens, and we are the ones that benefit from the shift from properly contained to expanded in effort and result. This brings the lift we are seeking.
Can you read that again?
What sleeps awakens, and we are the ones that benefit from the shift from properly contained to expanded in effort and result. This brings the lift we are seeking.
So all of these plants in the garden are part of this plan.
Mm-hmm.
So they awaken, and they are helping us with this shift.
Yes.
Yes. Boy.
Alice managed to get back, so no worries. You will be able to go back and forth like a breath with no difficulty if you focus your attention on your intention. Passing through various portal entry points, gateway within the stories we tell. Grant you admittance. Oh, can you please read that as a whole thing? I'm kind of...
Alice managed to get back, so no worries. You will be able to go back and forth like a breath with no difficulty if you focus your attention on your intention. Passing through various portal entry points, gateway within the stories we tell, grant you admittance in your very own seat.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's beautiful.
And then
I love this.
collage,
This is
even
you
though I am.
doing the class today, typing it all
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for today's Alchemical Read class. Oh, getting ready for today's Alchemical Read class. Listening to and for the exact signals of awareness needed.
That's what we have to do.
Oh.
Listen for the exact signals.
It's so beautiful to do this in the garden. It's just a total lift and makes it easier because it's pretty immense right now. Preparing these classes.
And that's a little weird. The larger panel of the collage right there with me, my beard and the wicker green table.
I noticed
They
that.
look like.
I thought there was something wrong with the picture.
I know, but when you put the drawing filter on a photograph and it looks like it's drawn, that looks like it's drawn right there. That
Oh
part
my
of it.
God.
It's weird.
But that is something else.
I miss
Growing
it.
moss out of your.
Yes, really.
The seat of wanting, the seat of need, the seat of desire, all there waiting for you. There since before your birth. And each spring the garden reminds you to take time to take your seat.
Mm-hmm. Time to collect your thoughts, your feelings. Time to read and write. Time to think. We all live in a third-dimensional world that, through constructs of business, does not want you to use what was organically, naturally yours. Time and space.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That's big.
I love this collage.
Me
This is,
too.
you know, the little plants coming up at the top, and then the plants that are coming back from last year, and then the painting of these avatars and the maps that they hold within them, and is right there. And then over here is one of my favorite pictures that I had taken of some of the children, and then I used like it was some kind of filter that
Mm-hmm.
it changed it a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
what was going on? It was yellow and black. But it was just so fabulous because this is David, and it's such a wonderful treatment of this, and he loves zebras. He's like a zebra man, and so the zebra, what he's laying on, it just comes out so much with the yellow and black pajamas and his black hair. It's just absolutely so that he's like one of these new seedlings awakening into the garden.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love it.
Everything changing and the yawn of spring taking life in. We are now ready for something unusual, splendid, and fortifying.
Yes, yes, yes. To reclaim these properties, one must engage in the self and travel inward to grasp what is there for the asking. We are all contained and restrained by the limitations imposed upon us, subtle and not so subtle.
To rewrite
Oops,
your story arc, is it story arc? To rewrite your story arc, you simply must employ more of your imagination and travel deeper into your imaginal realm in order to connect more fully with the original self of Existio. Oh, that's wonderful.
I love this one. The calling forth is a readied code projecting factor. It enables speed acceleration in a time of delay. Wow. That's needed.
And then
Very
you notice
much
there
needed.
it's the guardian of the heart.
Oh, yeah.
The first one left hand.
The messengers and the guardian of the heart. And the angelic beings. And I love that.
And there's the original painting you were working on when we met.
The black,
and
one.
white.
Yeah. And gold. Yep.
As part of it, it was in 3 panels.
Yeah. This is no small matter, and it is of timely importance. There is an important shift now arriving, and the constraints of the past are not helpful to the future, because the future is shifting at a much more accelerated rate. And that's what that collage, wow.
This rotational triaxillary momentum is designed to throw off the old and set into place the new. And that's like any W, but it's new is the same as that in you. This shift will be noticeable and felt, and this will bring into focus the need aligning with the want and the desire. So one has to come to real clarity with oneself to have that need to align with the want and desire.
Yeah.
And this is one of the, he's in process of being drawn.
One of the dreamscape avatars.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he was so fabulous to work with. Okay.
Oh, the remarkable is aware of what is now ready. So breathe. The coupled expression is fired and set for intentional fusion. So there's the acceleration. There's a fusion.
And I would think he is remarkable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that the awareness is so large that he has a whole panel in front of him with information.
Yeah. Yeah. Big panel.
Yeah, I love that. And there's a whole picture of him down there in the lower corner. He's in process, but that's his whole body is in this.
Yeah, that lower right-hand panel. Read that. Okay. Hold on to your seat as the benefits come forward and the delight unfolds. Alice always gets back and forth, the fourth being the corner of the square. Ask for a squared perspective as you go about your day, and you will feel grounded as the new levitates your surroundings.
Wow. That is so beautiful to hear that that as things change, if it levitates your surroundings too, that means your surroundings are going to change. And it's really helpful. It's like if you were in a home and you changed, but everything in the home didn't. So your chair didn't change. Well, all those things have to change because they're your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as your surroundings, what is happening here is the new, the intention of new, and the tension of new.
Mm-hmm.
It also provides levitation for the surroundings, so that you don't have to change all alone.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't feel displaced and
In your world.
yeah.
That's a cool perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make it a little. I think it's gonna get a little bigger, so we can get up. Move too much.
Are you going to read the collage? Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to
There.
do?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. When the wonder of the garden reaches nap time,
Mhm.
the magical begins to visit from the night, to assist you in your daydreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened to us today.
Yeah.
Is,
Exactly.
here we are in the garden, and we planted a lot of plants, and Sondra's working on planting more and shifting things in the garden, and Christina, she's out on the road, and Suzanne is in the kitchen, and she's making really nice things for us as we write, so that our body sugars and
Don't
our
fall
body
over.
are supported. But so when the wonder of the garden reaches nap time, the magical begins to visit from the night, to assist you in your daydreaming. And what we did is we had brought some of our magical beings of our nighttime bed and everything. We brought them out with us. There's a big, long kind of napping bed
Mm-hmm.
and the tent, and we work there. But also, it's wonderful because we can lay down because the content of a class is a lot to move through, and so we could lay down and kind of assimilate it. And so we brought these guys out. They just started wanting to appear, so we brought them out.
Plus that big giant yellow pillow.
Yes.
Big long one.
Yes, isn't that cute?
Yeah. I loved it.
That red thread is always visible to the inward eye, the eye of me, the eye of instantaneous connection. We thread ourselves through the eye of the needle and are sewn easily into the fabric of our fibered existence. Oh, that is so beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Our papered awareness lends itself to the fold, and we bend into the crease in order to fathom the reach as we stretch across the abyss of time and into the lap of space.
And I think this is so much in this class is talking really so much of trust,
Mm-hmm.
so much of lying down into it, so much of trust and moving doubt out of the way, so that your awareness can lend itself to the fold and you can bend into the crease,
Mm-hmm.
and so that you can fathom the reach and cross the abyss and sit into the lap of space. And all of it is awareness
Mm-hmm.
of trust
Yeah.
and letting go.
It's a sequential awareness that happens.
Yeah, and we're needing that in this time.
Yeah. That was the bottom part, and then we'll go to that. We are greeted by the emissaries of planet, solar system, galaxy, and universal to allow us perspective in our corner of the world. Generous are their ways, and their language is corrugated, so that we may register the differences and the similarities we share.
And that is so different from our language.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because theirs is corrugated, it has lots more speed and larger content.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, you can absorb a leap in your consciousness
Mm-hmm.
without much easier. I mean, here's this funny picture we did.
Oh
I
no.
love this.
We were-
This is so good.
It was time we had to eat something. This was yesterday, and we were working in the garden, and I mean, we were dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And Susanna brought us a little treat. It was like tea time, and so I just
Feeling
just
dainty.
put a cracker. I won't touch it hardly, and I'll just eat
Hold
it.
it by the corners of the cracker.
And so I got this little dainty tea time. But my hands are filthy.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got here just a moment to eat crackers olive cream cheese, art, and mycelium. Oh, the art always helps with this assimilation of Gaia.
Yeah.
So I'm having all this with my mycelials that are in the
Yes.
garden.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. The full uh, cellular makeup, the
right.
garden on your hands. Drop into your position of comfort and match it to your movement. This brings an unfathomable amount of release, so that the registries are formatted within the lettered and numerical realm of imaginational precision.
This is really important right now, and it's easy to forget.
Mm-hmm.
To drop in your position of comfort, at what it'll do for you, and match your comfort with your movement. And this brings an unfathomable amount of release. And this is really important to remember right now in this time that we're working with acceleration.
I don't know if anyone remembers the very old video games that were on the consoles where you had like a steering wheel and a race car, and you had to stay on the track as the road, kind of wiggled, and you had to try to stay on there. That's kind of the same sort of thing. Match your movement to your position. So if you're here and all of a sudden it's not feeling comfortable, just move over a little bit to get into the lane of comfort. This way or that way.
Yeah.
Just feel it. Just feel where the comfort is and go over there, and that will. It's an unfathomable amount of release. So the registries are formatted within the lettered and numerical realm of imaginational precision. So you can become a very precise driver through that way.
Well, we're going to have to bring comfort into first thought, and we're not used to that.
I'm not taught it, that's for
wait.
sure.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
It is getting late, and tea time is just around the corner. Four Square is the name of the cafe, and the dormouse is serving biscuits with jam and honey. The hatter is pouring out, and the tea is blackberry for movement.
And this is one of the pieces that we've been doing. We're not quite finished with it, and it's one of the Dreamscapes avatars.
Yeah.
There's two of them there.
That's right. Oh, yeah. So we are moving through here.
And just seeing these, you're seeing the maps, so it's already changing and making it easier change. You've got more information than you did before we started the class.
You see the white mycelial maps matching up with the
And this is
Alchemical writing.
imprensile, so you don't have to understand it all, which also accelerates everything and makes it easier.
And that's why writing is corrugated. Okay, you see the lines, and that's the mycelial mapping. So if you corrugate it, it goes from that, which is wider expanse, into the Alchemic writing, like that. It corrugates into that. And from the Alchemic writing, it then goes into alphabetic writing, alphabetic numerical writing.
And into visionary.
Yeah, so that's the corrugation.
Visionary pictures.
Yeah, so that's the corrugation that occurs.
I just love that piece. Look at the bottom there. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, I'm going to go bigger on that. See,
Really.
look at that.
See the power of that.
Wow. There you go.
Time adjusts itself as the rabbit goes past. All hands are on deck. Space opens up and the tea party is underway. Like a boat, it sails on the winds of your imagination and circulates through the bloodstream of your cellular process.
The red thread needles its way into the smallest of openings, and the minute hands its minutes to time. Here we find the underpinnings of diversity, creativity, and expression.
I love
It's in
this
the little
collage.
things. Oh, let me go bigger. Come on. There we go.
Reaching back into the yellows of memory, we catch the awesome light we have been given, and we wish for more yellow.
Yeah, I just love that.
It's
okay.
beautiful.
I love that. The collage and the star of yellow from the tulip. It's like cutting it. Oh, it's cutting with the four square. It's cutting with the four corners out. Whoa, I love that.
Noted are the letters and numbers, And C is surrounded for cordial.
It's sounded.
Huh?
C
Is
is-
sounded for cordial,
Mhm.
compassion, confidence. Raspberry cordials are a great afternoon delight, giving birth to many conversations, both elegant and sweet.
Inside the center of the most part of life is a coming of age and an accounting of the forgiving wisdom that was once denied. We always know before we know, and it only comes to light if there is a rod for it to channel down through. Wow. Wow. And here's
Yeah, I love this again. And
uh-huh.
it's also these avatars coming into alignment with the spring, and the Solomon seal is there because we use a lot of Solomon seal. It is about making what is tight loose and what is loose tight.
Mhm.
So he has a connection with that in this mapping here,
Mhm.
and that's the making of this avatar. And then I don't know what that third picture is.
Oh, let me see, make it bigger if I can. That's breakfast
Oh, that's the breakfast
on the blue table.
that came to us from our family
Mm-hmm.
while we were working.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And there's some May apples,
Mm-hmm.
There.
flowers of spring.
Yeah.
Coming into the summer gifts of art, flowers, and movement that fills the spirit of space.
Mm-hmm.
Helps you fill room.
It does. Really opens everything up.
Okay.
Okay. Many rods have been blocked, and they cannot attract the light needed to remember. The canceling of timing has been activated by those who do not want to give up power. The coming onset of retaliation is set, and it is not to be changed. The morning awakening of each day is truly an exquisite mode that will channel the light down through the body so it can awaken the smoke of initiation. Oh.
Oh.
All watching
Mm-hmm.
as each stroke lies down another line of freedom. It all comes in the waiting for the signal to move the hand.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, I love all of the border pieces framing that new piece.
Well, acceleration is important, but more important than that is the accuracy of listening.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get in a great speed, then you're going to have to be able to hear the signals. You're going to have to be able to listen to the navigation and accurately stage your speed rate.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Accurately stage your speed
Yeah.
rate. Once the flame burns up, it is known and has free reign from the soul. There is a spoken that now gives more answers than the body has ever been fed. Ooh, that's interesting.
The body has needed to take on a more fey-wetted circumference, and this has been done by the mycelial and princial patterns that have activated our world into a more equational need.
Mm-hmm. They have. And here is Rosset, a Syrian feline shield bearer, the cat of squaring the round so the mastery of intention can become a presence. That's a big job. Whoa. There is a frontage that now needs a portal activation. There is the spoken giving that frays not the thread in a time of the garden. All moves more gracefully. And so the beginning happens with the need of spring. Wow.
You initiate and are initiated. You spring forward, and the garden does too. The council of ever after begins to give you the coordinates, the wetted circumference as divine, and the surface of memory makes room for the full spread.
You put a comma after divine. And we hit save. The origami. Did we read? Was there? Did we read that? Oh, it wasn't. Let's see.
Yeah, I love this. I love
Uh-huh.
this piece. This is so much of all that moving.
And look how long ago we did that one.
Look at all the mapping in
Mess
that.
with the mapping back
Yeah.
then. That was years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the visual is still in place.
And that's something.
Mm-hmm.
The origami needles it through, and you find the procession needed for a clear path of growth. You spit on the face of need and every seed, and you mark it with the intention of your DNA. And this is what we did when we planted the seeds for the garden, because the seeds were chosen by the fulfillment of our needs. So then we spit our needs, which is in our DNA, on every seed, and then it was marked with the intention of what we need.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful way of becoming part of the garden yourself.
Yeah. You are the marker. You are the line. You are the precision of the calling. The calling heard by your soul memory, juxtapositioning you in this specific timeline of awareness.
And wolf helps a lot with this, because wolves are very territorial, and they're very, very aware of the needs of their tribe. And they're very protective. Wolf, the sculptor of the landscape as his natural world, hunter of his clan, here in the dark. The deeper you go, the faster he will travel to meet you. You are his clan, his territory, his alpha mate. And in that whole system of the wolf, they are very protective of their clan and that whole territory. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah. You are the bespoken of the unspoken that speaks the reed of awareness. You are the realm of initiated factors that can step upon and open the seal of wisdom. Becoming more than your once needed is now activating.
And this is the most powerful paragraph to take in on many levels. At this level of our time in this world, that we are bespoken of the unspoken, that speaks the reed of awareness. And you think about that. And you are the realm of initiated factors that can step upon and open the seal of wisdom. That's a lot to know about yourself. Becoming more than your once needed is now activating. I love that.
Yeah, that's going to be a big week. The consuming equationally marking is being originated into pattern for your assimilation, and you open it with ease.
I love all the ease in this book.
A lot of ease.
And this was all the black and white when we first started drawing these avatars. And this is...
So this is in the process of birth.
So it's a black and white before they came into color. Awkward is the beginning. Traced into place are many positions of start. Bending into... Can you read it? I'm way over here.
Yeah. Bending into is the position of start. And sometimes the body is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Into the beginning of the bending. Wow.
That position to start. And I think this is part, we did all that spring digging and we planted yesterday and everything. I am so sore today.
A little bit of bending
oh
going
my
on
God.
there. Relationship and parallel are cosmic disclosures. The purpose and fit are the motionary climate that one needs for this to be relevant to. And now the patterns shift this for ease. So the patterns are doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So take in this map
Yeah.
that's laid out for us by
By the
this avatar.
Dreamscape Avatar.
We are comforted by the elongation of time and the expansion of space that allows us the fortitude to make passage an act of doing and a forgiving of stillness. We are forever in motion, and our travel is with intention.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Once we pass through and over, we are never the same. Through the though the past moves its memory with us, so that we might converge with the future in a moment of revelation.
We are revealed to ourselves with every passing page, as though looking through and participating in a window becoming a door. The way is always shown, and this reminds us to breathe with ease the gift of life.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful.
There's the whole piece. Isn't he awesome?
He is
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool.
What a presence.
Uh-huh.
He is. We've never done anything like him. Like these. They're just totally different.
Yep.
Which happens with every new body of work, but this is really cool.
Yeah.
And just think of the information you're taking in as you take in
Him.
this avatar.
Yeah, and what he's holding.
And what he's holding. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, included in this remembrance is the counted numbers unfolding their Fibonacci sequence and lettering us into the bending pages of paper threaded together to form your own signature. Telling is the comfort as you sit back and relax into your own retelling, the twice told, so that you may hear more clearly how it is you have come to be in the same numbered story as Alice.
I love that. You know, when he wrote that, it was mathematical
Mm-hmm.
and it was equational and there was mapping.
Mm-hmm.
And he channeled that in that time. So not only would it support everyone at that time, but it would support him in a time that he returns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which we all do, often do that. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
the Messiah return. It's about
Yeah.
we all return to our work and return to uh, our lives in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here she is. Isn't she is so? We haven't quite finished her.
Mm-mm.
And but
That's fair.
I thought she looked like Cookie Monster, but I think she's a little more grand.
Mm-hmm.
But she does have a certain
She
She
sweetness about
prefers
her.
thin mints.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
She has a
She
sweet.
does. That's
She's got
really
a
cool.
very sweet demeanor about her, doesn't she? Mathematics. Let me get that S on there. Mathematics notwithstanding, there are more curious bends and turns that were not seen coming due to the curvature of Gaia and her rounded way of storytelling.
Isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We have her in 2 pages. Yeah, we do.
Oh, I got her there twice.
That's good.
Well, this
actually,
one, it's a little bit
it's
more
a
cut
little
off at the
different.
top.
It's a different, and there's more of the other
More of the mapping. Yeah.
dreamscape character over here too. More of the mapping.
Once Upon a Time is as serious as it gets, yet so few take it to heart, having left behind their own wonder, as it was shaved off of them as they grew. To be pruned so early is to be pulled away from organic and natural in favor of contract.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No one signs it at such an early age. It is signed for them, and this leads to the many conflicts present today, a shame, and the getting of results to worry the world.
Wow. Time is ticking and the round is spinning faster and faster, leaving room for decision and choice, ease and comfort rather than nip and tuck, so that what you want and need and desire has a chance of showing up in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about that. He's about that showing up in a big way.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's really powerful with his wings and everything, and his big eye.
Yep. He sees.
He's really
he really
beautiful.
sees.
Entering into the door of pass-through, you're now available to the needs you have, the wants you want, and the desires that compel you to completion. The creative expression blooms with an organic vitality, and you are again deeply within yourself. I think the original pattern in this work is all about bringing you back to your organic self.
Yeah. Yep. So here's this piece in process of Dreamscape avatars. No longer wondering when and if you will get yourself back, or whether or not you'll be able to move forward in the way in which you want. Need is fulfilled by the story threading, and the fibers are woven taut.
Oh, I love that. Knowing the reach allows to stretch its meaning, and the successful motion its range. That is really, really cool. And before you know there's a reach, you're not even aware of the stretch.
Yeah.
And in the successful motion, that's in its range. You don't even know about the reach. And it's so funny because they do in Maine. They even refer to the reach and the stretch that reaches out to an island and back. That's in place.
Yeah.
The motionary fulfillment readies its mark, and the registry draws its design so that the pattern is present.
Wow, and look at that. You popped
look
that
like you're
picture
reaching.
in there, and there's reaching, and there's the drawing the design. The registry is drawing the design.
But I wonder about Maine and its term. I've never heard the term the reach. And it was one of the first things that we found out about. But it's just part of Maine, and that it's even a term that people understand. And I wonder if it's like they're all aware that Maine was separated from, and in that reach, it's like this thin awareness of a connection with Avalon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That they would return. What would it be reaching to? Why is the word the reach? An island, a larger world reaching to an island. Why is that such a presence?
Yeah.
But I think it has to do with Avalon
Wow.
and its memory of the magical world. Okay.
You're right.
Pattern placement creates the footed movement, its pace, and the pace brings up the before, in front of the conjecture. By being one that listens, being one who hears, you are ready to hear the rest of this story.
And that really is particular to those who follow this work and have followed it and still follow it and will in the future follow it. This is part of what they are.
It is.
You want to hear it.
The beginning holds the end, and the end holds the beginning. And we know this deeply, and our lives are changed by it. The potency held within this knowledge is immense. It helps us come around and assists us at every level and stage. And I remember when I wrote this, I didn't really quite understand it. But after what I said about the reach and about Maine, that the beginning holds the end and the end holds the beginning. It's like the the island was the beginning, and the land base here, then Maine, is the end, and the end holds the beginning. And we know this deeply, and our lives are changed by it. That the end of this big land of America and Maine once held the beginning,
Right.
and that reach, and the beginning was Avalon. Yeah.
Wow.
And Avalon really was just a doorway into another world that is part of the beginning. It's like it's dimensions going through now to the reach to the beginning. And so the beginning knows the end, and the end knows the beginning and is reaching to it. We are marked by its potency because we can prepare to bring everything to its best. We are here to succeed, to be direct and pure with our source. All is collaged like a great degree of brilliance, and our light is our credentials.
I love that.
And let's look at the picture. And that's the vigorous size of this archetype, this map that he's showing. It's wonderful.
Speak up. You are spoken for, and the will of your divine nature will hold you protected as you move your words forward.
Inside the distance is the real formula that is so precise that it knows itself from before it was. How much knowing is needed to know oneself before you were?
Wow.
That. It's like
I think it would be like, and I hadn't thought of it before, but the whole thing of knowing not your last lifetime, but your existential self, which is all that you are, and knowing that, then everything else is understood.
Yeah. I love that.
Wow.
Now, many critical marks can create a deep hinge to reality that can flip it from one side to the next. It is a great responsibility to what is responding and how far it will go to identify itself precisely. Wow.
That's really
really
cool.
That's really cool.
Each generation in time tries to mark, but it is not always readable and clear. A long time had to go before the mark was ready and the marker was found. The intensity of, above, and below fuse in this lifetime, and the capacity becomes fibrous, touchable, and sculpting in content and understandability.
Wow.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
I miss that
That's a
little
lot.
Wow.
No, that's good.
space. But,
That's good. I love that.
Me too.
I love the fibrous corners and then the corners of the civic writing weaving together. We read that, yeah. I think, did we read that?
We'll read it again.
No. Each generation in time tries to mark, but is not always readable and clear. A long time had to go before the mark was ready and the marker was found.
Wow. Now, we are the marker and the mark. And the codial is ready to receive itself engaged. As we become more and more aware, the pages turn easier and easier. The story begins to tell itself, and we are comforted being read to. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, beautiful.
We tuck ourselves into our garden beds and pull up the covers of dirt as we seed ourselves with the dreams that gain the harvest of eons. We
I
are
love that.
planted into Gaia and mycelial into the rich organic history of once upon.
And that's what the mycelial and Brenzial patterns do. They tuck us in.
And this is so perfect for this page. I love this.
The swan will lay its wing over you for you are fragile in spirit and needed. Oh, that is just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one dipped in both black and white, and follow and know the code of fragile innocence.
Isn't that perfect
Oh,
together?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's so perfect, that whole
Mhm.
page.
Yeah.
I love that word, mycelial.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That is brilliant. Yes.
Now we can truly hear ourselves speak, and the mother tongue once again be heard by more than a few. The red thread is cast wide and far, and there are ears picking up its sounds. They and we are now ready.
This comma right here real quick.
And our favorite little play guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Little dollies.
We all said, oh, well, all is said and done. You are allowed in on the vision, and you see more than you dreamed, and your ship can come home, and your room is ready for your realm awareness to project out of.
Mm.
I love this.
Oh, I love that.
The totemic alligator is skillful and patient. Be like alligator. It knows how to pick and choose its wardrobe. Courage.
Oh, isn't that perfect?
That
Oh.
is so perfect for the closure.
Oh.
Oh, wow. And then we have a page showing us as publishers, and then 2 more pages
Of totemics.
of totemics.
Because Turtle's been big this week.
Mhm.
I
Boy,
have
has
all
it
kinds
ever.
of.
Turtles have been
I
really
love turtles
big this
all
week.
my life, and I had live turtles, but now I have stuffed turtles, but not real turtles. and I got them all out to come out and get in the swing with me, and go into where we were riding when I took a nap. And they're in here where I lay down, and also we do the class,
Mm-hmm.
and we sit here and we have dinner. There's lots of turtles,
Lots of turtles.
and they've always been a favorite. And so here is the turtle totemic. Helped us see higher, lower, slower, softer, quieter, more ancient than we have before.
Oh,
Wow,
true.
brilliant.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, I just love her
Wow.
and the turtle, and I love the cubed awareness there in the inset. And then this one.
The tree gemo walnut supports steering transition, so the body can spin through change easily.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been taking walnut
Yeah.
gemo, and during this time,
Wow.
We snack on it all the time.
And that is.
Yeah.
and then we eat lots
We
of
eat
walnuts.
lots of walnuts.
Yeah,
I have
lots of
never eaten
walnuts.
so many
Me
walnuts
neither.
in
Me
my life.
neither.
Never ever.
They look just like a little mini brain.
You
Oh.
So it's helping our brains.
Yes, it's helping our
That's what
And
brain.
Lisa-
transition.
We chop them all up so we don't see that anymore.
Well, we'll save this and.
Is that everything? Oh yeah,
That's the
walnut and
last page is the free Jimmo walnut. Isn't she sweet?
She is
And then
so
again with
beautiful.
another cubed awareness there. Coding marks.
hmm
Very good.
And so you're getting to imprint that in the class, and that'll help.
Yeah. Wow. This is a
Awesome.
wonderful book.
Wow.
I just got born today. Right from the garden. This one was done in the garden.
Published through the garden.
Yeah, we actually put it all together in the
In
garden.
the garden. Every part of it.
We needed that. And now Sandra and Suzanne and Christina are going to bring
The
it all
peanut
home.
gallery. Oh.
We'll see which one is the least out.
Really, that's
Is
truly.
what?
Well, you
Yeah.
said the
See
word
who's the
initiatory,
least
and
out.
it felt very initiatory. Did you
I'm not the
need-
least. I'm the
How are you
unleast.
feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, go for it.
Good for it. I loved it.
Me too.
Of course, everything I heard and we read really, because I've been in the garden for so many days, everything relates to that, or the moments within it. And I love when you talked about always at the corner of ourselves, we begin each day rising up to connect ourselves. And I really feel that more and more in the morning. After we've done our meditation and done our body work, I always pull everything back up again and make the connections. It is like hitting the corner of yourself. You're in the corner, and all of a sudden you have all this information and realization. So I love that.
I think you'll also do that when you come together in
Yeah.
the mornings. Then you do it
Right.
trinarily.
Oh yes, yeah. That's the core. I mean, that's like the. And traveling deeper into your imaginal realm. I want to do more of that. So I'm going to keep that in mind, this is the time to do that. And that the new levitates your surroundings. It gave me, it excited me when that was part of that sentence. And like everything being new, because it really is. I mean, as we're changing moment to moment or reaching beyond there is always new, and therefore you have to levitate yourself just to be to receive it. Your positions of comfort and let's see, your position of comfort and match it to your movement. And I have felt very comfortable in the garden this year, and in all the work, all the planting and all the.
You look extremely comfortable,
Yeah.
graceful.
I do. I am so comfortable out there, and really comfort is as comfort into the first thought, and I've realized I'm not going out there this year with. There is a list, there is a plan, and together we work with the plan, but it's not a demanding plan.
It's a pretty movable piece.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so there is comfort within it. It's not difficult at all. And it could change from one moment to the next, and it's really fun that way.
Well, I have to say that I experienced it as kind of difficult yesterday.
Oh, I know that kind of, but I mean
They're down in the middle of the
Yeah.
garden, trying to dig things up and put small things in, and I'm the shortest person, so I can bend the lowest. So I'm in there in the garden.
we were always there to help you.
It's true. It's true.
But I mean, the whole
Reach
day
the higher
changed.
things.
Felt like it changed from what we had thought about the night before,
It
and
really did.
it did, and then all of a sudden it started changing, and then all of a sudden you feel that change in yourself, and you start physically changing,
And notice when it changes that a lot of things could be done that day, but all at once you find your body sitting down into a certain thing,
a different
and
thing.
you haven't even planned it.
Right.
It was like getting into the garden. All at once, I found myself in the garden.
Yeah.
On my knees and crawling around, and then on my butt scooting around, and and I have my feet spread from one corner to the other.
And up on a table.
Yeah, then tried to reach to get the plants all planted without killing them. You know?
It was awesome.
And everybody was tremendously helpful.
Well, and that's what, because we had, I mean, I got, I dressed myself to be able to crawl in the garden,
Me too.
you know, and then I got, when we started, then all of a sudden you were out there crawling, but you had to have somebody, two of us, to help you get things to you and around you, and
So I could plant them.
so she could do it. And it was like oh my God, you know, my whole mental image of what we were going to do changed within an instant. You know.
I almost wish we had filmed it because it was so funny. But anyway.
And I love this. I know we've always done this. Is spitting on the seed makes the plants. What it does this year, it makes them more personal and like a relationship, like a child. It's like I know them better because I shared my DNA with them. And,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
and it really,
Y'all feel that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
I mean, it's
potent.
like-
I mean, it's a real major registry and
Yeah.
awareness. It like shifts everything in the relationship.
Right.
'Cause we
with
take-
the garden.
Exactly.
When
'Cause
we're
you know
planting.
there's this mutual giving.
Real.
Yes. When I go to plant the seeds, we fill up a big water container, like a flask, big water container, and we put a part of Kuan Yin. It's a cube that has Kuan Yin inside. And then we put in different crystals and gemstones, and then we spit in it.
Yeah. Each one of us.
Each
does.
one of us does, and even though you have to refill the jug, always leave a little bit there for the same
Yeah.
contents
It just
of DNA to go to the next watering. And I had read that years ago, and I thought, my God, that is so right.
Yeah.
And so we do it every year, and we
So
always have a 100% germination.
Yeah.
And
pretty incredible,
then
isn't
the what feeds us knows our needs.
Yes.
I just think that is the most magical
Yeah.
thing.
I do
I'm glad you
too.
brought it up, Sandra.
oh,
Me
I
too.
just
That's really cool.
let's see, page 24. Oh, and I love the part that was on page 24 where we are revealed to ourselves with every passing page as though looking through and participating in a window becoming a door. And
I love that
I
one too.
love that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh, I
so,
love that so
yes,
much.
Oh, and I really,
Here, Robert, you can move this down. I'm kind of done. I can't eat anymore.
Okay.
So
And
you,
then,
you can sit up here better.
this is another feeling I have with the garden is
Yeah, take
when
my
you
knife,
said to
then
be
we'll put the
pruned
pages
so
straight in
early
the
is to
page.
be pulled away from
And then
organic
I'll
and
put it
natural.
back.
And I can't, I have this thing about English gardens and, formal gardens where everything is pruned down to what we believe the plant should be. And we've never done that here, and I never intend to. I mean, we just don't do that. But I love that because that made me feel good because I have that feeling. I don't want it to be pruned.
Well, it's like clipping the wings of
Yeah.
people.
Bird.
Yeah. Or anybody. You know how
Yeah.
we've talked about with children and
Yeah.
indigos and
Mhm.
wild spirits, free spirits that in the educational system and institutional systems, their wings get clipped and then they can't fully be who they are, and that's the
Yeah.
same energy that you would do with plants and
Plant.
flowers. And,
Because really the plants know, if they feel like they've outgrown, they kind of fall off and,
Yeah,
the
or
branch will
start
drop
letting
or,
you
yeah,
know,
they'll
yeah,
let you
where-
know that, but not because you're doing it in order to make them look better.
yeah.
And lastly, I love the that sentence of we tuck ourselves into our garden beds and pull up the covers of dirt.
Yeah,
And
I
that feels
love
like
that.
I shoot. I feel it's like what we've been doing, but it's also I feel that at night, pulling up the cover and of satisfaction and completion, and that's always been our. So thank you very much.
Oh, that's beautiful.
First this time. Okay. The Kuan Yin for the class is number 30. Miracles are set into this day, so praise the love you will receive and the clarity of persona you are. Clear view.
Oh,
And
that's
I
perfect.
really
What
felt
number was that?
number 30. I really felt like this book was a clear view. Very much, and it felt miraculous about all the insights and the pointers to send you back to the clarity of the persona you are. I really love that. It's like so many times these books are clarifying more the Kuan Yin oracle. It's just really interesting how you get more insights and understanding about what that oracle piece that
I
you've
never
read
thought about that. That's so good.
that you've read or moved these pieces for years and years and years, and you understand certain levels of it and take it in, but then each book in these classes, it seems to reveal more of what that oracle actually, that particular piece
That
meant.
is beautiful.
Thank you. I loved it too. It just kind of came to
I
me,
think
that
Robert,
realization.
maybe we should put it in each book.
What?
Yeah.
What the oracle is. Just have a page where we have all the Kuan Yin oracle, all of it in it. Put a picture in the book of the Kuan Yin oracle for the book.
Oh, cool.
That page,
Yeah.
number 30.
Remind me.
I never saw that
Sure.
relationship as
Yeah.
Suzanne just spoke.
Yeah.
That it's really expanding that oracle. That is profound.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that's
Thank
you gave that gift,
No,
and
no,
the
thank you.
realization is pretty profound. I loved when you said that what colors our day is what opens the heart the widest
Oh,
and brings joy and sustenance to the body, mind, spirit, and soul. And I just sometimes it's just the simplicity of statements like that that kind of bring you back, bring you back to the present, bring you back to more wakefulness about just paying attention to those are the things that you want to make sure are in your life, because that's what's going to open your heart the widest and bring you joy and sustenance. And so, looking for the things that color my day and bring me that is really lovely. I just
thank you.
thank you. I love this line that you will be able to go back and forth like a breath with no difficulty if you focus your attention on your intention. And that also to me was just another nugget of wisdom to hold on to and insight, that it just again makes it simple, brings it back to just the simplicity of what you need in these moments to keep moving back and forth. I love the line or the insight about this rotational triaxillary momentum is designed to throw off the old and set into place the new. This shift will be noticeable and felt, and this will bring into focus the need aligning with the want and desire. And I just thought that was so profound, because that's really what it was just a good realization about what's really happening right now and this acceleration, and how it feels so rotational, and it is triaxillary, and there's this amazing momentum with it, that it's actually designed to throw off like a centrifuge is the image I got, where it's just spinning off and throwing off the old patterns, and so it can set into place the new pattern. And and this shift will be noticeable and felt, and I feel it, and I believe it's noticeable. I was with Sandra about really appreciating the whole idea of realizing that as we change, our surroundings change and shift with us, and vice versa, so that there's this relationship that creates an ease and a levitation of the growth. And so I think it's interesting because it seems as we all move really fast, it seems like things get really intense, because just when everything's speeding up in our life and things are happening and needing to be done, all of a sudden everything in the garden and or the house needs to move or shift at the same time. It's like waving its hand and saying, oh, I need to move. I need to get reorganized, or I need a new pattern. And you're like, really? Now? You know, but it's the same. It's
not today.
Not today. I've got so much going on. But it's real. That helped me a lot, realizing that in allowing a surroundings, our atmosphere, to shift as we're shifting and changing, it's a symbiotic relation. It's going to actually help the levitation of, you know, as I'm trying to change and grow. If I change my surroundings or allow them to change, it's going to support me as I change and grow and levitate that whole shift. So that was huge to me, a huge realization and insight that I think is going to help and prevent a lot of frustration and irritation.
It's like when you're changing, and that's enough, and all at once this chair wants to move.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's moving because you're changing.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're always waking up to that reality.
Yeah. So it's this symbiotic thing that's happening, and you're like, oh my goodness. Okay, so, well, and along with that, there was, I think you were unpacking a part, and I was just kind of, I don't have the whole line correct from the book. I was integrating it with what you were saying. So you were talking about moving doubt out of the way so that you can be aware of the trust needed to bend into the crease in order to fathom the reach.
Yeah.
And that, I've really, really been experiencing that this week. And in this accelerated time, it feels like there is so much intensity and so many things that need to be tended to, and they're all like priority. And the only way that I've been able to step into that successfully is I had to let go of doubt. I had to let go of a lot more, just another level of not figuring, of really listening and just moving with it, because I didn't have time to figure it out. I don't have time. And I get so slowed down and bogged down by doubting or questioning or trying to figure something out that I can't.
That it takes up all your time.
Exactly. And I don't have the luxury of that time right now. None of us do, with what we're all moving. And so it's actually been really, really interesting and powerful for me to watch that process, that as I move doubt out of the way, you become more aware of the ability to trust, and then you're able to bend into the creases in order to fathom the reach that I couldn't even figure out, or I couldn't imagine how I was going to get something done, or how something would get resolved, or whatever. So it's really been a powerful passage for me, and then to see it in the book, really brought it forward. And along with that was what you were talking about. The accuracy of listening is so essential inside acceleration. So as we're accelerating, it's becoming imperative that I fine tune my listening, and I'm grateful for that. I mean, it's not easy, and it's, I think we're all exhausted by the end of the day and trying to get through it because it's a new energy, it's a new shift, it's a new reach.
This reminds me of is that as we fine tune our listening, we have to fine tune our bodies. We have to fine tune
Yeah.
all the levels. That at one level, they are corrugated.
Yeah.
And so what happens, and then it gets a bit overwhelming that you're having to fine tune everything you find.
Yes. Yes.
But that is the only way that it can ever become easy.
Yeah.
Because the more we do it, the more automatic eventually it gets to know that everything's going to have to fine tune. So it will automatically start fine tuning.
Yeah.
If
That's
you
good
hold
to know.
this
Yes.
attention long enough,
Yeah.
it will start becoming automatic. And then all at once, when you come to needing to fine tune, you find it.
Yeah.
And you're supported by it.
Wow. That's
That really feels good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Well, I have just two other things that were really poignant for me. One was the intensity of above and below fuse in this lifetime, and the capacity becomes fibrous, touchable, and sculpting in content understandability.
I love that one.
That collage, I think that was with a collage, and I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. And then I just absolutely love the line that said, "We are planted into Gaia and mycelialed into the rich organic history of once upon."
Oh,
And I just
that hand with the dirt and soil
Yeah.
holding the
I
cracker.
love that.
That's perfect.
It's the best image ever.
I know.
Well, that's calling for ice cream after this class.
Yes, it
Absolutely.
is. I'm
It's
thinking
tiny
the same thing.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
yes.
yep. It's on the. Yes. All right, take it away, Miss Christina.
Oh, thank you for saving a few nuggets.
Hey, I gave you a chance to go first.
No, I know. I totally
I think we're going to make Christina go first the next time.
It's
That's
all right. It's
Then
all
I
right.
can take the nuggets left.
Okay.
Because
Well, I
we
really-
write down half the same things.
I know,
That's
it's
why,
true.
because we love
I
her.
only like to tease you, though.
I know it.
I shouldn't enjoy it as much as I do.
It's okay.
I thought this was so cool, and I hadn't heard of this before, but it felt so important. Is the Council of Ever After
Oh,
begins
yes.
to give you the
Yes.
coordinates, the wedded circumference as divine as the surface of memory makes room for the full spread. Is that not like
Oh, I'm so glad you wrote that one down.
Oh, me too.
That
I
is
love that
fabulous.
one.
and it's neat because we've been working with the council, the Energy Council. What
Yes.
is it called?
Electricity Council.
Electricity Council
Mhm.
to help us with that, and now this just feels like
Yeah.
it's another council of ever after,
Oh.
Mhm.
beginning to give you coordinates. That feels like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, want to tune into that.
Mm.
I just thought that was really neat.
Me too.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Of course,
I did
thank you
too.
guys. I really enjoyed the part that said, "We are here to succeed, to be direct and pure from our source."
Mm.
And I just felt like it redefines success in
Yeah.
that. In that.
Mhm.
And that's the real truth.
And I really appreciated it because there's, that third dimensional definition of success, which I think everyone defines differently, but
Right in here, it's just so tight.
Mhm.
I love how it's like, we are here to succeed, but the
Yeah.
success is more about tapping into our source
Yeah.
Yeah.
more than,
Yeah.
anything else.
Financial
So,
gains.
I love that.
let's see. I enjoyed the part that said, "Speak up, you are spoken for."
Yes.
and the will of your divine nature will hold you protected as you move your words forward.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love
That
that too.
felt
Oh.
really cool.
I love that too. I need to hear that.
I feel like you all do that all the time too. Moving your words forward every day and
Yes.
sharing
Thank
what
you.
you share, that
Constantly.
constancy is.
Oh, thank you.
And speaking of constancy with a C, I really liked the C words: cordial, compassion, and confidence. And there
And
was,
my name is Constance.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And I thought it was very Anne of Green Gables of you to bring up the cordials and the afternoon delights.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Raspberry cordial.
Yes. I really appreciated hearing the future is shifting at a much more accelerated rate. And I think that's funny because sometimes you think it's the present that's shifting fast.
Mm.
And I like how it was like the future is shifting. So
Ah, yes.
that's almost like the plow truck paving the way,
Yeah.
plowing. I thought this was so great because there's a lot about nip and tuck, especially in Hollywood and with celebrities and the movies that we watch and all of this. And the best thing was when you all said ease and comfort rather than nip and tuck.
Oh.
And you can take that in lots of different ways, but I just thought that was so cool. Ease and comfort, like, so that what you want and desire has a chance of showing up in a big way.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
that's
I just,
wonderful.
I don't know, there's something about it that makes me wonder the corrugatedness of wrinkles that they're so afraid of, that they need to nip and tuck the corrugation of time, of wisdom.
Imagine if they did it to the brain, it'd just be
Ooh, I
a
love how
smooth
you
ball in
said
there
that.
with
That's
no
true.
memory whatsoever.
That's true. Except if you ate walnuts, maybe it would
There you
help.
go.
But
That's why we
I
do
just
it.
think that's neat that sometimes
how
when
you
you
said
see
that.
people aging, I think wrinkles actually give ease and comfort to the aging process.
Mm.
And I know that that's not what this is exactly talking about, but I just think that it's really specific, that word nip, that phrase nip and tuck. And it's also like, not like clipping your wings and other things like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's really cool. So it makes me feel like the future is filled with ease and comfort rather than nipping and tucking and trying to find shortcuts around things. Because what we want is going to actually have a chance of showing up in a big way, using that approach. It feels like. So
I love
I
that.
really resonated with that. I thought it was really cool about you are the marker, you are the line, you are the precision of the calling.
I love
I
that
do.
too.
I love that.
That felt very specific. Let's see. I really enjoyed the expression, the curve of expansion.
Mm.
Wasn't that cool?
Yes, and I can't hear that without thinking of that avatar.
Yeah.
Me too,
Yeah.
with the arms.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
That is the
Extension, yeah.
best. I love that. There was another part that talked about the awareness of trust and letting go. And I think there's a lot of ease in that, and like kind of that surrender of letting go at times, and being aware of trust. I think it's really cool to bring forward.
Yeah, that is really neat. Thank you.
When the wonder of the garden reaches nap time, the magical begins to visit from the night to assist you in your daydreaming.
I do. I love that.
Isn't
That
that
is
so
great.
great?
That is great.
Oh, it's so great when the wonder of the garden reaches nap time.
It's fabulous.
That's such a statement of wonder. The whole thing. That's very cool. Let's see. Yeah, like I think Sandra and Suzanne, they were talking about how when you mentioned match your comfort with your movement, bringing comfort into our first thought. just feels like it's really connected with the future of comfort and ease, like you've been writing about. So, but thinking about matching your comfort with your movement, it reminds me of like inspiring movement. Like when we move to doing different things, it's like it's come from a place of ease versus pushing, or making it happen, or and to think that you're matching your movement with your comfort is just a really cool.
It is a new way.
That's
and
a
this
really
world
great
definitely
way.
does not
Wonderful.
embrace
I
that.
love it. I love it.
I like it. Let's
And
turn it on its ear.
And I've always thought like the word exercise like had so much around it. There's so much like obligatory stuff and blah blah blah. But
Judgment.
I think I've always been exploring new ways to talk about movement and talk about like how to have work with that. And I think that just takes it to a completely new awesome level, a league of its own actually. So I can't wait to just marinate with that.
I love
And I
it.
will copyright you when I talk about it.
Oh,
Aw.
She has a new marinade.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you all so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you,
You're so
everyone.
This was
welcome.
great.
You're so wonderful to share with.
What a
Thank
class.
you.
Oh, this was brilliant.
Can I show you one thing that you all, on page 30,
Oh, Sandra, you can't talk anymore.
Oh,
Your time's
okay.
up.
Your
My time's up.
over.
page 30. I am so struck by this.
Let's see, why is that not moved? Page 29, page 30.
I am so, his face, his outline of his face has so much determination. I keep hearing determined will, but and then you painted him, but there's just something about this image of him coming into your work. I mean, like he's coming onto the page, and you have the hair and the arms, and then I'm sorry, just the way his forehead is. It's just like it's I guess I've never seen you do this. I mean, haven't gotten to see a piece before the face came in.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
But could you all see it? It's
Yeah.
so strong.
It's like
I mean,
a
it's like
determined furrowed brow.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you.
you're welcome. I just
She got all choked up about it.
She did.
That is
Thank you.
awesome
Yeah.
to see it that way.
oh, I
And
just
it's so cool
I
that
mean,
you
but-
all have photographed and videoed all this so that we all can have the privilege of watching a being come into
Oh, I know. That's
presence
exactly-
in this dimension. They are like revealing themselves as you all paint them and draw them, and it's just really amazing, like Sandra said,
And when he's
to
all
see him emerge.
complete, it's beautiful. But it just was like, my gosh, this is what you all work with all the time in your art. Is this waiting? Not you're always open to whatever's going to come.
It is a major unknown because it's not for us. We're not drawing something that we're looking at.
No.
It's all internal. It's a receiving like a rod, and it's exciting, but it is very different. It's holding the energy until
Yes.
you can fill it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for putting it
Yeah.
in the book. I mean, I would never have gotten to see that.
Yeah, me neither.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for saying that. That gives me more insight too.
Wow.
Wow.
Another humdinger.
This was a lovely class.
It really was. Very
And
lovely.
we hope that everyone enjoys it. And Diane, we hope you're doing wonderfly well.
We do indeed.
Yeah, and that soon we'll get together,
Yes.
hopefully in the garden.
Yes. Lovely to see your face again.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful to see your face again, and wherever we get together, it doesn't matter.
Not
And
at all.
it's thank you for your constancy.
Indeed.
That's
And-
what I'm so
Yes.
grateful for.
Me too.
And grateful to anyone else that is exploring enough and curious enough and has the greatest need to move more space into their life.
Yeah.
Thank you
Well-
for coming to listen.
That's for this week. Next week is the what? Of
Last day of
30.
May, and
Yeah,
the
yes.
31st.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Oh.
we'll see you
What,
on
next
the 31st.
weekend?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
We've
it's
got
not this
five-
weekend.
Well, this
We had
weekend's
5 weeks.
Memorial Day, but next Friday is the last day of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that'll be something.
That is incredible.
That would
Don't
be
tell me what
something.
that class is going to be.
No,
Yep,
this
yep.
month has flown by.
It's been a big one. It's been a big one. So hold on to your seat. Have a nice time. Take a deep breath. Feel the ease and comfort surround you. The swan's wing is over you for this week.
Oh.
And
Yep.
we will see you next week, the 31st.
And you're part of our wolf tribe.
And you are indeed. So until next time, we will see you.